Hi friends, thank you so much for tuning into Shelby Artist YouTube channel today. It is great to have you here and I hope you're doing well. This video is called Milestones in the United States Conservation Movement. Now, what is the difference between conservation and preservation? Does anyone know? That's right. Conservation is to keep something available. To conserve these trees behind me would be to not cut them down. Preservation is to preserve what we have conserved. So to preserve the trees after conserving them, we would water them, etc. Moving on, this video, Milestones in the Conservation Movement, I am going to go over 7 different milestones. And I have made visuals, of course, as I like to use in all of my videos. The first, open space development. This was up to the year 1880. And I'll just read about them as I show you them. So some facts about the open space development, which was the first milestone in America up to the year 1880. Accelerated settlement. It included vast industrial mining and experienced the disappearance of American wildlife. It was unchecked, wasteful exploitation of natural resources. And this contributes to loss of wildlife, because when you remove their resources, they cannot be sustained. This is ecology. Moving on. After open space development, starting in the year 1900s to the year 1944, we have the Gifford Pinchot featuring Teddy Roosevelt. Ensured that national parks remain pristine. What does pristine mean? Pristine means untouched and in its natural, beautiful state. Virgin, pristine. Virgin land is untouched land. Virgin land is unexploited land. Okay. It was the foundation of the United States Department of Agriculture Forest Service in 1905. It maintained silviculture, S-I-L-V-I, culture, which is scientific management of the forest health and quality. Something I might like to get into. I would actually do that for a career. Used timber resources in a scientific and rational way. I watched a movie yesterday about timber and it was 45 minutes long, and it was a really enjoyable movie, and I think 45 minutes is a good length for a movie. Anyway, it had a lot of the old pictures, you know, that were in monochrome that are really interesting to look at. It showed bunkers, log cabin bunkers where people lived, and as a result, they were spreading diseases from ticks and lice and things like that. And it was really, it was unhealthy because it was unhygienic, because it was, you know, they were living in the land, and so they did not have the luxuries that modern day people have for hygiene. Okay. I wanted to share that video, but I think it was exclusive to my college, so it wasn't like a public video that I could share. Anyway, the third one is post-World War II era. This is from the years 1945 to 1961. Third milestone. Marked by abiding faith in the power of science to secure American prosperity. Nature steadily controlled by humans. Triumph of human ingenuity over nature. Fostered human development, such as the quote-unquote building boom. A lot of houses and, you know, neighborhoods and things like that that we have now are starting to be built in that post-World War II era. So the fourth milestone in the U.S. conservation movement, we have Silent Spring. This is the one that I'm most passionate about, just because it's about it's about health. It's about life and death, actually. That's why. Okay. Silent Spring is a book written in 1962. This book was so influential that it is considered the fourth milestone in the U.S. conservation movement, which is good. I'm glad that people opened their eyes and took heed to this woman writing this book. Her name is Rachel Carson, C-A-R-S-O-N, is the author of Silent Spring, a book that highlighted balancing nature is a major force in human survival. Exposed the danger of pesticides, DDT. Was horrifying to those who read it. Led to policy reevaluation at the presidential level. This is why I'm happy. I'm happy that it led to policy reevaluation at the presidential level. Absolutely. You know, there's a lot of ugly stains on America, but Silent Spring that this woman wrote, Rachel Carson, she's the opposite. She is a bright star, good mark on America. And all she did was, you know, speak out with facts. And what I'm proud of is that, not so much that she did that, because, you know, I do that too, but I'm proud that the American government actually listened to her and took notice, and it led to policy reevaluation at the presidential level. United States of America. Okay. So the Food and Drug Administration in America right now, the FDA, etc., these administrative organizations, they approve many unhealthy things, including many carcinogens. And they're just expecting the American public to know all of these college-level educational facts, to be able to make the best decisions for themselves and their health and their lives, okay? And the reason that they approve the carcinogens is so the doctors can stay in business doing research on cancer. All right. Number 5, after Silent Spring, the Endangered Species Act, or the ESA, 1973. passed as part of a series that included Clean Air Act and the Clean Water Act. Endangered species list created in 1969. In the same year, an expanded list was created to include ideas from CITES, an acronym for Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, which means animals and plants. Fauna means animals and flora means plants. Led to saving the bald eagle. Now, the Endangered Species Act of 1973 led to saving the bald eagle, and I recently learned yesterday that the Trump administration deregulated this act. You know, President Nixon in his presidential archives wrote that the most priceless and important thing to preserve or conserve in the United States and America is the animals. And he also went on to say at the end of that paragraph that this should be a common united cause among all American citizens that they should agree on. Number 6 milestone, Convention on Biological Diversity. 1992. International treaty signed by 187 countries and the EU, or European Union. 16 developed countries provided $1 billion per year. It led to the creation of laws in the EU, European Union, promoting sustainable use of biodiversity. It became a reference for laws to access genetic resources based on prior informed consent. Now, the hospitals and the medical field in general in America considers, quote unquote, even legally, informed consent to be not speaking anything and gaining acknowledgement verbally from the patient at all, or even saying a word about it. What they're doing is they're handing you a paper, and they might not even hand you a paper. They're doing it electronically now, where you're checking into your appointment or your surgery or etc. And they give you a little electronic signature thing with a little electronic pen thing that you sign with the signature electronically. And the little receptionist who checks you in says, "Oh, we just need your signature. Okay, we got you checked in. We just need you to sign this for consent." What am I signing? You're signing consent to be treated. Can I see exactly what I'm signing? Oh, sure, here, it's 4 pages of fine print. Who really asked those questions but me? So, let's see. The Convention on Biological Diversity was developed a framework for global diversity rather than pursuing the protection of individual species. This I don't like. This Convention on Biological Diversity is not something that I like. And the European Union seems to be heavily behind it. Okay, so let me get to the last one. Millennium Ecosystem Assessment. Number 7. the year 2000. Why it's called Millennium Ecosystem Assessment. Easy to remember. 4-year study conducted by environmental and social scientists and economists such as Sheikh Hamdan from developed and developing countries revealed humans altered the world more than at any other time from 1950 to 2000. So that was the Millennial Ecosystem Assessment. It indicated reversing degradation, which was a sustainability goal, involving changes in long-standing policies and systems based on social and ecological research. And it revealed changes in increased human well-being at the cost of degrading ecosystem services. Alrighty. So there's a few more things I'll wrap up with that I kind of overlooked accidentally. Wrapping up here at 16 minutes and 20 seconds. So the Gifford pin shot, let me, yeah, there was just a few that I accidentally missed, so. Wrapping up here at 16 minutes. I'm 17 minutes actually right now. This pursued conservation over preservation. A notable name is John Muir, M-U-I-R. There's a lot to learn here, okay? And I have a life and I'm doing other things. Hey, I'm real. I'm down to earth and I'm honest and I'm direct and I'm real. Okay. I don't try to look better than I am. Okay. I'm very humble. Okay. And I'll tell you directly the real truth. Okay. So, it may have one of these milestones set aside space for natural forests, and I wasn't able to decide if it was the Gifford Pinchot or the Silent Spring. I'm pretty sure it was the Gifford Pinchot, because no, it's not Silent Spring. So yeah, this one also set aside space for natural forests. Okay, so let's see, post World War II era. Adapted a must take risks to go forward attitude. Silent Spring. Nah. Expose the dangers of pesticides and was the first to show widespread impacts of chemical use. I may have already said that. The Endangered Species Act was a response to the increase in animal extinctions. You know, well, never mind. I won't say it. I was gonna give my opinion on a president, but I'll refrain from doing that. I will be very diplomatic and remain neutral and just be the constitutional party instead of any other bipartisan. I think a new constitutional party will make the United States of America a lot more united. Thanks for watching.